Time Walk with Me.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Time Walk with Me. Today we have an interesting question from the MtG Rules and Judge Questions group on Facebook. Hypothetical scenario for a deck I'm working. If I were to attack with a creature that has the ring at level 3, when the bearers block, the creature that blocked it must be sacrificed. But the blocking creature took lethal damage anyway, what takes precedence, the state-based death or the sacrifice? I ask because if I had Tergrid God of Fright on the field, I'd want to know if I then get that sacrificed creature or if it just dies. Like before, I'll tell you what I think before revealing what someone who knows what they're talking about said. The questioner said the ring at level 3 and they explained what that means, but I will explain it again because. At level 3, whenever your ring bearer becomes blocked by a creature, that creature's controller sacrifices it at end of combat. That's actually important to know. Combat in Magic the Gathering consists of 5 steps. Beginning of combat, declare attackers, declare blockers, combat damage, and then end of combat. In my personal judgment, creatures that have received lethal damage in combat die in the 4th step, the combat damage step. Because the effect of the 3rd level of the ring takes place at the 5th step, the end of combat, then the state-based death takes precedence and the creature is not sacrificed. So let's see what the pro said. There are 2 good answers here. The becomes blocked trigger from being tempted creates a delayed trigger that causes the blocking creature's controller to sacrifice it at end of combat. This delayed trigger happens regardless of the blocker survives combat. I think they missed a word there. Regardless of whether the blocker survives combat, but won't do anything if the blocker died in combat because it's not there to be sacrificed. And then the other person says, combat damage will kill it in the damage step, which is before the end of combat trigger happens. Okay, so it just dies. We'll never mind the writing quality here. People are just answering questions. The idea of a delayed trigger is interesting. It exists, but it doesn't know that the creature is gone until it resolves. Other than that, it looks like they agree with me. The creature dies before it can be sacrificed. So, there we go. Now we know just a little bit more about Magic. I will see you next time.